So, I'm back. Hello. It's been a while since I've done an actual sitting down and talking to you. I've basically been posting all my Dragcon experience and that, which was amazing, by the way. I have filmed, I just either haven't posted or it didn't work out right, and I'm still shitty at editing, so it hasn't happened. Anyway, so I've decided today to do a look that basically I had my look for Dragcon, like it was that sparkly jumpsuit, a pink eye. It was very pink and gold, and I did a cartwheel on stage and I ripped a massive hole in it. So I had to get a new outfit. So I've decided to do basically a look that I would have done if I had this outfit from the start, if that makes sense. It made sense to me. I'm gonna try and do bits of, I'm going to try and like change up my makeup look a little bit to see if I like it or not. I don't know, I'm a bit nervous about it, to be honest. And also when it comes to like reviews on like Instagram and that, I do plan on still writing them out in that, but I've got a lot to do, so I'm not going to be writing them out for quite a long time. So I'm thinking of just doing more reviews on here and as videos, and if shortening them and putting them on Instagram. But like, it'll be from reviews from products that I've got and all that. Anyway, enough talking. I am going to put my base on and I'll be right back to do the eye. Okay, I'm back, and this is the eye I went for. I am doing things a bit differently now. I'm going to do the eye off camera and then come on camera to do the eye. Yes, I already started. I stopped myself though because I remembered. So anyway, today we'll be using the Banana Fetish palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is actually one of my favourite palettes. It's probably I don't know, I like the pricked one as well. It's one of my top 3 anyway, because it's got all the golds, and you know me, I love gold. So if you hear a load of noise, as I've said before, I live with my parents, so there's a lot of noise. Especially since I think there's also a load of kids around as well, because my brother and sister have decided to arrive. Anyway, I'm going to zoom in and get started. The first one I went with was this one here, and it's called Don't Choke. It's a very naughty palette, just to let you know. It's called Banana Fetish at the end of the day. And it's Jeffree Star, so how can you not expect it to be? Anyway, so I'm going to carry on with what I was doing. I know I said that I was going to do like try and do the eye up a bit, but really I've tried to do that several hundred times and it always turns out the same, so I might just own this is my drag eye, get over it, and not try anything else again. Because though I am thinking of keeping, like, from now on just doing a white line eyeliner. I don't know, I find it hard to like choose what kind of eyeliner to use and that, so I've decided to just stick with the white one. So, did any of you go to Dragcon? I had the best time ever. I'm like so inspired to be, basically just to go out there and do what a drag queen does. The only real thing that's stopping me is things like travelling and that, because I mean, I live in the most boring town in Grantham. I just let it go. Doesn't matter. I live in a town called Grantham in Lincolnshire, and it's boring. But like the information I've got from Queens at Dragcon is to basically own your small town, because once you've owned your small town, the word will get out. Do you know what I mean? And like, to be honest with you, I never thought I was going to, because I don't really want to start driving. It's just something that I haven't really had the desire to learn to do, drive. But at this point, at some point, I'm probably gonna have to. But I would rather go by trains and things like that, or if someone else can take me. I just absolutely hate the thought of driving. I don't mind someone driving me, just not me driving. I did it a bit differently, because normally I take it all the way up to the top, which I didn't do on this one, but I really want to carry on, but it will look differently, so yeah, so driving, I don't know, it's just cars and things like that. I've never done it for me. It's just, I'm very much in the mindset of, as long as it moves and it gets me to where I want to be, cool. But I've never had the desire to drive at all. Which, I mean, has its fallbacks, of course, but then I'm also looking after the planet, which is more than all what people can say. I wish, I'm lying, by the way, that's not at the forefront of my mind. The forefront of my mind is, I don't trust myself in a car. I'd end up killing myself so quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna say about that. I'm trying to remember how far I went up. Okay, so then on the same brush, I took a good amount of morning after this one here. I have to admit, looking at it, it looks very gold and whatnot, and it is, especially the sparkles in it, but you do have to remember that it does pull yellow, because it is meant to be a yellow palette. I'm trying, I think it'll still work for my outfit, but maybe I should have picked a bit more of a nude palette, like the orgy one. Well, the orgy big one and the small one, but oh well. I've started now, and it's also looking pretty cool, so, well, that side is. Let's hope I can make this side as good. So, yeah, but like, I really got, like, it's really inspiring. Like, if you want to get into drag but don't know where to start or something like that, I suggest going to like Dragcon and that, because like I got so much, well, basically info and what to do and things like that. Because like I said to them that, to be honest, I think I am where I am with my looks because I've just focused on like getting the look right, getting my aesthetic right, thinking of what I want to do, and done so much research and things like that, that I haven't really gone and done the work yet. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna just be really, really blunt. I was in beauty therapy in college, and I've left basically, and I can tell that some people in my family are a bit cheesed off about it, but it's not something I want to do. Like they were trying to convince me, the teachers and all that ooh, it's gonna help you in the long run. You can make so much money and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna do something that makes me bored out of my mind. And the thing is that whether they were trying to convince me or not, at the end of the day, by the end of the course and that, you are literally doing client sessions, and I hated it. I hated it so much. I didn't mind learning. I love learning about beauty. I love learning about most things. But it was so draining in the sense of you couldn't express yourself physically. So like, because you were in a uniform, so you couldn't do it through makeup, hair, clothes. You couldn't express yourself personality wise until you left the classroom. And so, and they could all be with their friends and whatnot. And I like just, everyone's come through the door. Downstairs, by the way. Like, it was just so draining because you couldn't express yourself personality wise, physically, or even through your work, because I like tried to put my spin on work, and I was basically told that my creativity wasn't professional enough, and I was like, well, I'm out. I am so, and like, even though it was like only a couple of days in the week, like it started to go off into my spare time. Like I started checking what I was saying, what I was doing. You have to be so robotic, like, and like it's just not for me. And they were trying to convince me, like, but in time you can put your stamp on it, and you don't have to be so robotic, like. And I was like, yeah, but that's not now. I'm affected now. And it was actually affecting things like my mental health and even my physical health. I got like sick from stress, and I'm trying to find. I'm gonna have to look for my eye base. There it is. So I'm gonna cut the crease. But yeah, I was like actually getting physically sick from like the stress of it, and I don't think people understand that it does affect you if you are doing a job that you are not happy in, or can at least maintain it. It does take effect on you. And like, I know this world runs on money, and I like money as much as the next person, but I'm not gonna sit and do something that I literally was having issues with. Yeah, so I'm no longer in beauty therapy, and like, I really want to start branching out to do my drag, because like, since Dragcon, like, my confidence, like, it was high anyway, but like, people want me to get out there basically, and I now genuinely believe I can do it. And I know this might sound completely and utterly mind-numbingly boring, but I'm sorry, that would be my mother shouting at the dog. I know that like some people might think it's mind-numbingly boring, but I would rather just get a simple job. Like, to be honest, being autistic means like organising things is like so up my alley. So even just like stacking a shelf in a shop works better for me than doing something that I hate. And to be honest, I know hate's a strong word, but I did hate it. And like, having your sense of self ripped away from you isn't a good feeling, and they really, really wanted me to stay. And I thought to myself, there was times that I did think to myself, yeah, oh, sorry, I'm going in with vitamin P, this one here. Yeah, so I was thinking, I thought to myself basically that maybe I am losing it, maybe I am doing something stupid here, but like, I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't have made it through that year and come out healthy, if that makes sense. Like there was just things that they demanded of you that I couldn't give, and I don't think they understood that either. That yes, I'm autistic, and even though I can be quite good at socializing, it's always on my terms. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're working as a beauty therapist, obviously you're all about pleasing the client and saying the right thing to the client and looking right for the client and basically you're giving a service, and the most important thing is the client. So I had to like try and fit in conversations and pick up social cues where I could not do it. Where in drag, even though people think drag, you're on a stage performing, what are you thinking? But in drag, I'm sorry, but it's a lot about you. Do you know what I mean? It's your presence, it's your persona, you're giving your views, your actions. Like, people are there to come and see you, right? Like, obviously you hope to put on a good performance for them, but they're not there to say, you're not doing your hair right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. They're not there to criticise you in the sense of where you are to give a shit, basically. I know that sounds so crude, but it's the truth. I feel like, even though I really hope to be like, sometimes I feel like I feel insane just saying it. I hope to be like the first trans autistic man on Drag Race, and like that, when it's a competition setting, things like that, that's when you get your feedback, your constructive criticism. But other than that, you hear about drag queens that have been on Drag Race, and they'll say that they enjoy it, they are grateful for the experience, but they do like it afterwards more because they get to be themselves again. Because you are conforming to a certain level with drag at sometimes, and you're pushing yourself, and that's what I want. I want to push myself and my drag, and I'm just finding it a bit difficult because I can tell that people in like my family and that just do not don't get it. Like, they think that I've done something really stupid, basically, but not my mum doesn't. My mum's always on my side. But like, by the way, this is one of the eye glosses in Wyoming Window, and because I couldn't find a darker, that is the one thing that I wish in this palette there was, like a darker browny goldy shimmer to put right on the end. This one, so I picked this and I think it worked quite well. And like, you would think that like for eye glosses that they're not like as pigmented, and they're not, some of them, but the darker colours you can really build them up. But yeah, like, I think that I think the thing that I feel the most, like, I am gonna do it. I am convinced that I'm going to do it because like, um, I've been looking into like upcoming drag shows in my area and things like that, and one of the best ways to get noticed is literally to just go to drag shows in drag and appreciate their art and make connections and things like that. And I think one of the things I still fear the most is going out on my own. And like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't go out in the sense of like partying on my own. I would, on a business level, I would go out to a drag show in drag, probably have a few drinks, enjoy the show, hopefully make connections with the performers and people there, then I would go back to the hotel room if it's that far away or that and that. But obviously, if people wanted to come out with me, obviously I'd turn it into a night out then. But yeah, I think that's what they find hard. I think my family sometimes don't really register the difference between, like, my brother wanted to be some sort of computer person. I don't know, he's a postman now, but whatever. My sister wanted to do childcare and things like that, and that's all going to college, sitting behind a desk, doing very, very typical study looking things. I think they think what's difficult to try and comprehend is that to get out and to do my career, I have got to go out. I have got to go out in the sense of they look at it as fun and a night out and going out, but my career will come from that. I can't sit behind a desk or practice makeup for life to get my career, if that makes sense. So I've got to go out. And like it's kind of sad because I wanted my family to kind of be like the unique ones that are like there from the start and believe in you from the start. I didn't want the ones that like all started screaming Nefarious De Vile as soon as he's up on a stage. Do you know what I mean? I wanted that support from the start. And while it's disappointing, I realise just how lucky I actually am, because obviously there's the whole other side of it, and you can have parents and family that are outright bigoted, and I'm luckily not to have that. Anyway, taking the Fenty Beauty highlighter in Trophy Wife, I put a little bit in between the crease there. I mean, where they join up, you know what I mean. Yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna do maybe the highlight bit. I totally forgot which brush I used. I'm just gonna go with this one. I think I used this one here, the G spot one, and I put it softly on the tip of my brow bone. I tend to also just do a swipe motion to also along this bit here, and then I get well, I normally use the same brush, but I don't know if this is going to be, hopefully there's not too much, there's more of the lighter yellow on it than the dark brown. I then, you know, just move it out so it looks nice and transition. I hate, as you know, I hate the block like effect. I really wish I'd done this bit further across. Oh well, I'm gonna have to try and cut some of it off with my eyeliner. Okay, so now I never do it on camera, but here I am doing it on camera, if I can find the damn thing. I have lost my eyeliner. There it is. Rare Beauty eyeliner, one of my favourites actually. I actually got this from a box, like a beauty box, and I've loved it ever since. And I'm normally not somebody who would pay this much for an eyeliner. Okay, this is going to be difficult. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this on camera. So that's, and then I literally follow. I'm hoping this goes alright, because I need to cut some of that off to make it. Oh my fucking god, that went big. Whoops. Okay, I can work this out, don't you worry. I'm going to have to sort out that area. I'm going to have to make the other side thicker to make it look. Another thing about drag, if you fuck it up, do it even more and it becomes a choice. This is going to be flipping difficult. Okay. Yeah, that's gone alright. Well, it was going well. Anyway. It's so much thicker than the other side. But as always, I think I need to get over it because I was looking at some of the drag queens at Dragcon. They do their eyeliner so thick, where I do a lot of eyeliner, but it's not very thick. So maybe this is destiny. So I literally do the line there like that under the eye. Then I get something to put underneath it. I'm going to try and see how close it is. It's probably a bit closer than that one. I'm terrified. I don't know why I made it so like graphic, my makeup, because I am such a scaredy kid when it comes to fucking everything up, and I do it quite often, believe it or not. Oh yeah, it's good enough. So I'm not going to college at the minute. Like, well, I just, like, if you have any ideas on what to do, if like anyone comes from a small place and like to get out in the sense of like I can get out here. Like, there's one club, and don't get me wrong, I don't live in the nicest of area. You can get some twats around here. But if it's anything like the last time I went out, I got a lot of good response and people loved me. So like, I'm not as nervous, and to be honest, I wouldn't go out by myself around here, to be honest, at all. Unless it was like to a show, which I think there's been a couple of shows in where I live, in Grantham. There's been a couple of shows. Like, there was a Pink tribute one, as in the singer Pink, and then there was another one somewhere else at one time that I was actually going to go to, but never got around to it. So it's not completely unheard of, but it's still not anything like a big city. By the way, this is the dark shade again that I'm putting under dark. Don't choke. It's not black, it's a really dark brown, but it's the closest one I've got, and I don't really mind. I can't bother to get up, basically, to go and get another. Where did I put it? I'm still very unorganised, if you haven't noticed. Like, I say that I'm organised and that being autistic, and I am, to a certain degree, but when it comes to actually doing my looks, I am not organised at all. Anyway, so, this one, how do you peel? I buffed out the darkest shade with it. Okay, just to give it that soft, smokier like effect. I'm not really anymore going any like further across. I tend to stop it about there. And I'm thinking I'll start doing glitter liner, as you can see, under as well as in the crease. Okay, so now the inner corner corner. The inner corner I used this one, and it's called G-Spot. I'm sure it's called that, yeah. I have to admit, like, the shimmers in this palette are crazy. Like he does, like his shimmer ones are my favourite ones anyway, because shimmer's my favourite regardless. It doesn't matter what palette it is. Don't get me wrong, like every shimmer on the planet, metallic on the planet, if you spritz it with setting spray, it gets brighter. But like they're pretty bright without it, to be honest with you. I like to bring it a little bit under like that. And for some reason, I always do it. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a blinkaholic or whatever. But I take a bit of the highlighter that I used and I'll put it on top of it. Okay. And I just at times also just blend to try and get the harshness of the line where it stops. Okay. Now for the glitter eyeliner. I'm trying to work out if to put a bit more of that eyegloss wherever I put it. A bit further in. Because it's a bit darker there, so I'm trying to just there we are. And then I'll just put a little bit more of that G-spot shit. No, it wasn't G-spot, was it? It was highlighter. Where it joins. Okay, good enough. So for the glitter eyeliner, I don't quite look at it. This is the only gold one I've got. Midnight Cowboy. I wish I had some more. But like, that's another thing. I think they also tried to say, because like I can afford mod stuff and whatnot, and like the thing is though is that I do have the stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like I'm not like got loads of outfits or anything like that, but like if you think that drag queens just wear one thing and that's it, like you're living in a fantasy world. They reuse things, that's the whole point of it. They reuse looks and everything. So like I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody who like slagged off a drag race queen because she wore the same outfit or something twice in her performances, and I was like, yeah, the whole point of being a drag queen is being resourceful. That's what I meant. And like the fact that they think that it's like Drag Race, that you wear a different outfit every single time, is so stupid. But like also, there's also like acts and things like that. Like I heard people complaining in the audience on with some of the performances, and I was like, do you think every drag queen does backflips and splits and whatnot? Like that's not what a drag queen does. Like, don't get me wrong, there is plenty that do that and that's awesome, but like don't then moan about other queens who don't do that. Like, do you want everyone to do the same act? And if you want everyone to do the same act, go and watch gymnastics. Like, not every queen is gonna not sit, but do flips. Some of them are going to just lip sync, some of them will dance, some of them will do gymnastics, some of them will just do comedy. Like, the fact that people think that every single queen does a backflip is crazy. But like, yeah, like some of them, like you do, like I thought it was just like a little stigma or whatever, but like some of the Drag Race fans are insane. Like, it's like, okay, you've watched Drag Race, you are not a connoisseur on drag. Like, like, the, like if anyone has the right to judge, it's somebody who's been doing drag for years and does drag well. Well, not even well, just are really experienced and mature and knows what's right. That's why RuPaul is the main judge on most of them, because whether you like him or not, she knows what drag's all about. Like, they've been alive long enough to know what drag's about. They're passionate enough about it to know what it's about. And like that's why you get winners who are vast and diverse. Like, you can't judge one winner to the next because one winner could do all the flips that's possible while the other one can make you piss yourself from laughing, where the other one looks like an absolute mannequin or a goddess or a Loch Ness monster. So like literally the judgment that some people do, even in the stage, it's crazy. In the crowd, it's like insane. It's insane. And like, I literally have never answered back to like a crazy Drag Race commenter in like the things, because you just get into an argument. But like, it's like they know everything and you know nothing. even though they're the ones that have been on the show and everything, they love to critique and things like that. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't even say it's critique. I would say it's pure narcissism, actually. Anyway, so that's that. I think I might do that along the line more often, because I like something under it, but like it also doesn't look right when I just put, like, I take the eyeshadow out. So this, oh, I've lost the lid, and here's me sat trying to open it. The NYX eyeliner in, is it just, I'm sure it's just Blanche or something, isn't it? Something like that. But this I actually just got randomly one day. It's actually a really good white eyeliner, as you can tell. When I can warm it up. Come on, you've already been on once. Okay. So with that done, next is my eyelashes and all that. But I'm doing that most definitely off camera. So this is my eye look, and will you see me again? Will you not? Who knows? I'm looking sickening. Good morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. So, this eye look would have gone so much better than that pink one, but I lost my head and the other jumpsuit in the middle of Dragcon, so I didn't have time to change all my makeup and that. Anyway, if you want to see this outfit, you'll just have to wait, or go to my Instagram. As you know, I don't think it's on my Instagram either, so you'll just have to wait either way. But I can tell you now, the shop that I got it from is amazing. I think you can only buy it on Instagram, they said. And we all looked at it like that is going to cost so much, like £300 much. It was only 140, and I'm very impressed, and I know where I'm shopping for every time now. It's like bling, and yes, all I need is a gold corset thing, because I don't know, I'm just feeling something here, and I don't know why. You can't even see it because it's not on camera, but you'll know. Or maybe you won't. It depends if I show you. Anyway, so what do we think of the look? The bodged up English, the bodged up eyeliner doesn't really matter. Can't see it because of the hair. Lip is looking hot. I love a nude lip. I love a nude anything, but whatever. So yeah, as you said, college is out. Good. I'm so over it. Looks so boring. Like glamour? No. Is that insulting? Probably. Oh well. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe I get to go traveling at some point if someone drives us, because I want to start. Like, I literally saw myself in the bigger mirror up there, and I was like, I am so selfish. People should be seeing this. People should be worshipping this. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you